Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. This is your new weekly tarot reading. Without further ado, let's jump right into your reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so take it however it resonates for you. Take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't. If you want to watch the link to the extended, you can find that link down in the description box below. And for those of you guys asking, for any personal readings, you can also check my links down in the description box below, as well as in the first comment pinned down below. But in the description, you will find all of those links, personal reading links, extended links, all that good stuff, okay? All right, let's go ahead and jump right into this week. All right, so I'm going to be going into your past, present, future position. Who and what is coming towards you, what is in your opportunity, what is in your challenge position, how to overcome that challenge, and any other messages that want to come through the reading as well. Now, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you do enjoy these readings, comment down below. Let me know how these readings resonate for you, because all of that stuff that I just said, okay, it really helps support me and the channel so it could continue growing. I'm trying to get to 300K. Okay, hopefully we can get there between now and, I'm thinking maybe, can we do it by the end of February? Yeah, I think we can together for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So again, like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for all of your support. All right, let's see. I see a few signs coming through the reading already. You could be dealing with the sign of Scorpio. I see the sign of Virgo. Whatever other sign this is, doesn't have to be any of those that you're dealing with. Okay, but let's go ahead and get some clarifications going and jump into your dominant energy. Ooh, wow. The cards have messages for you. Wow, okay, they really got some messages for you. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on for you this week, and you are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Okay. Ooh, okay, what's going on here? So it says here, regret. Ugh, okay, we're starting off with something very intense. I see. So it says here, regret, the number 75. How does the number 75 resonate for you? Also, the number 75 is equal to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you see the number 12, 12 on the clock, or if you see the number 3, 3, 3, or just the number 3 somewhere, that is indication that the lines of communication need to open up. There is something here kind of alerting you, okay, notifying you. That there's something here that needs to be talked through, right? There's something here about communication, about miscommunication, misinterpretation. We're going to see, okay? Now, as you can see on this image, it says here, regret, and then on the side it says, why? So there's this man who is crying, okay? And he's looking behind him, and it looks like it's his ex-girlfriend who's already moved on with another gentleman, and she's like, you know, kind of having fun. She's on a motorcycle, and he's looking back at her kind of like in regret, like, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. Why, right? Up here, there's a bubble that says why. So some kind of regret. If this is you, of course, you take the reading how it resonates. It could be you towards someone, or someone here feeling this way towards you. You take it how you feel. I see here it says, afraid they made the wrong decision, feels troubled or remorseful of what has happened, sees you happy while they are miserable and can't move on. So if this is the other person, then you might be the one moving on. You might be the one throwing in the towel and saying, hey, you know what? It's time for me to move on, okay, to something new with somebody new. So it could be that, you know, you're the one who's making that decision, and perhaps, you know, an ex-person or somebody that you know is kind of feeling like, oh God, you know, now I really want that person. Of course, if this is, you know, towards someone, you could be the one feeling like, oh my God, what if that person moves on? What if that person finally lets go? And then you might be feeling a little bit of a sense of regret, but you take it however it resonates, okay? Whoever the person is right now, whether you or them, they feel troubled, okay? Or remorseful of what has happened, you know, seeing the other person happy. Now the message here, it says, I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I don't want to let you go. I should have stayed and fought for this connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I'm here mourning over the loss of you. So somebody here, whoever this is, it's somebody here who did not want to stay to fight for the connection, who did not want to stay to work it out. Okay. Again, if this is happening right now or about to happen for some of you, perhaps this has not yet happened, then that means that someone here right now is not willing to fight for the connection, is not wanting to make it work. It's not that they don't really want to, it's more so because they're afraid to. You know, somebody here is afraid to be vulnerable. If this is you, ask yourself, are you the one who is not wanting to be vulnerable with another person? Because a lot of times it takes a lot for a person to be honest with the other person. Hey, you know what? I think I messed up. You know, can we work it out? Can we talk it out? And so, you know, sometimes pride, it gets in the way, you know, like, oh, well, no, I'm not going to be the one to say sorry or to show my feelings or show my emotions. And I feel like that's what this has to do with, right? Somebody here who chose fear. Okay, and a decision based on fear, just like this man made that decision based on fear, is a decision based on scarcity, on lack mentality. Okay, which I think I've mentioned that before. But let me know in the comments below how this resonates for you. Of course, this could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be, who knows, maybe you worked at a job, you know, in a career, and your boss fired you, you know, let's just say as an example. And now you found a better job and now they want you back, right? They want you back in the company. This could be a family member, right, who kicked you out of their house. And, you know, now that you're kind of like, you know, building your own life, doing your own thing, they're regretting that. Okay, this could be some kind of other disconnect, a friendship disconnect, a love disconnect. Okay, whatever it is, you take the reading how it resonates, because this can be in any area of your life. It's a general reading. Okay, now at the bottom of this deck, you do have here the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, the Eight of Pentacles has to do with, you know, right now you're focused on work, okay? For some of you guys, you might be distracting yourself, you know, from something here that is rather emotional. And you're like, you know what? No, I'm just going to get my head, you know, in basically you're kind of getting your head in the sand, right? You don't want to see what's going on outside of you. For some of you, for others of you, you're just really focusing in on work, and you're like, you know what? No, I want to leave this behind. I want to move on, let go, and I'm focusing in on my work. If this is somebody here who you are dealing with and you're wondering about them, this person right now is focused in on work. Okay, they're focusing on work. They're working towards something. And for the majority of you, you do want to work on something, right? There's something here saying, I want to put in the work. I want to put in the effort. This is what, you know, the energy of the bottom of the deck signifies. Now, at the bottom of this other deck, it says here, twin flame. For some of you guys, this is a twin flame connection. You know, twin flame connections are like a roller coaster ride of emotions, right? The highs are very high, lots of happy moments, okay? But when, you know, that roller coaster goes downhill, I mean, your stomach hurts, right? I mean, I can't remember the last time I was on a roller coaster. I really don't like roller coasters, okay? But I remember it felt horrible. I mean, those dips, horrible. You know, it feels like you're just, you know, your heart's just gonna, you know, come out, you know, from your mouth or something. So, you know, that's how these connections feel. Whenever, you know, the highs are high, the lows can be very low. You feel literally like your heart just kind of, you know, come out. But there's a reason for that. And the reason for these challenging connections is for learning, right? Your soul is here to learn about that person, about yourself. They are here also in that connection if this person is in partnership with you. Of course, this could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a coworker, a boss that you have this type of twin flame connection with. Typically, twin flame connections are romantic, but not always. Okay, not always, especially not in my readings, not always. Sometimes it can be a very difficult parent, a very difficult, you know, person that you have to work with, right? It's like you can't live with them, you can't live without them, you just have to be there, right? Why is that kind of energy there where you just have to deal with that person? Because you guys are meant to grow, okay? Not only independently, individually, but also together. And so it says here, they know this is a once-in-a-lifetime type of love. You feel like home, you are one. This person and you guys feel like you guys are home to each other, right? They're your home, you are their home. You guys feel like, you know, you're naturally inclined towards one another. Why? Because Twin flame connections, it's the soul connections that come into this lifetime that split into two, right? And those two try to find each other again to feel whole. Now we're going to see what that's all about. Again, you're starting off with something very intense, but let me know in the comments below how this reading resonates with you. Is this for you, somebody here that is romantic? Is this somebody here that is maybe, a friend, family member, a coworker, whoever, whatever this is? Now, I see here in your challenge position for this week, you have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So there's a disconnect, okay, and some kind of a deep bond, deep connection. Again, a soulmate union, soulmate connection, or any kind of, this type of Two of Cups situation, okay? It can be any kind of connection. It can be romantic. It can be with a friend, with a family member, okay? Anybody. But I see that there is a disconnect. For most of you guys, it is romantic, not for everybody. And I see that there is some kind of an emotional disconnect right now, whether something happened. We're going to figure that out. It could be challenging, for you to really kind of either offer commitment or this person to commit to you. I feel like there's a lack of commitment. Okay, there's some kind of a challenge there with, wanting to commit, or that person not wanting to commit to you, or you not feeling like you're ready to commit. There's some kind of commitment issue going on here that is challenging you this week. For others of you, it could be financial related, right? There's a literal pentacle there. So there could be some kind of finances playing a role here, part of the problem. Perhaps you don't feel stable right now. This person doesn't feel stable. There could be some kind of financial issues as well getting in the way. And I see that, you're going through sleepless nights. You're going through a lot of anxiety. What's going to happen? Oh my God, paranoia, all of these negative, thoughts that run through your mind. And I feel like, this is kind of like saying like you're really stuck in some kind of mental anguish because you still have not made a decision about this situation. I feel like, even if you guys split up, or even if you guys are not talking, they're still on the back, at the back of your mind. And that's exactly the reason for this Nine of Swords. We're going to see deeper. So somebody is missing the other, right? Even if you guys are not talking, or there's there was an argument or whatever, it says missing you. We may not be together right now, but my heart misses you dearly. So I feel like you might be missing somebody here. Again, you might have already been you made the decision to walk away or to disconnect, or there could be an argument. Somebody is missing the other, whether you're missing them, they're missing you. I feel like it's mutual because you do have the Two of Cups, the twin flame connection. So I'm sensing here that there is some kind of a telepathic communication going on here where it could be, that you're missing them, they're missing you. Now, I see here that in the recent past, you have the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So in the recent past, there was some kind of, for sure, a disagreement, okay? I feel like this disagreement stemmed from somebody here feeling neglected, feeling rejected, or feeling like, how do I get this other person's attention? What can I do to trigger this person? Because someone here felt like, again, they felt ignored. If this was you in the recent past who was feeling ignored by this person, or who was feeling like that person was just not giving you what you wanted, you may have done something either consciously or subconsciously, okay, where you may have pushed this person's buttons. You may have acted in such a way where you said something mean, or you did something that wasn't very nice that may have disconnected both of you, okay? If this was the other person, then they were the ones who felt triggered, and because they felt triggered, they triggered you. They pushed your buttons to see, what reaction they would get. But this is typically the energy, when I'm looking at this whole overall picture. It's the energy of an individual who doesn't know or doesn't want to show any emotion, any vulnerability. So therefore, they go about it in another way, right? Like, let's say, for example, a little child who wants the parent's attention, and the little child cannot communicate, mommy, daddy, I want love, right? So what does the child do? The child throws a tantrum, right? Throws toys all over the place. And so the parents come running to the child, what's going on? Okay, freaking out. And, it's kind of like a cry for attention, a cry for help. So somebody here did that, okay? It was something rather, I want to say a little bit mischievous, again, whether consciously or subconsciously, or this could have been some kind of deceitful way that this person went about it. whether you went about it this way because you felt triggered, or sometimes, people don't want to show any emotion, vulnerability. So therefore they're like, you know what, I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me. So, that kind of mentality is the Five of Swords there. Now, I'm also seeing here that in the recent past, what happened was that somebody took a step back. Okay. Somebody took a step back. If this was you, you were the one who took a step back because you were like, you know what, I've been doing the work. I've been putting in the effort, and I need to see what, what comes out of it. I haven't seen the effort come from the other side towards me. Where is it, right? And so I feel like somebody here in the recent past did take a step back. And if this was you ended up moving on. You were like, you know what? I'm done with this. I want to move on. I want to, I want to seek peace, right? I feel like you may have felt really kind of like drained in your energy. And so somebody here ended up moving on. Of course, this could have been this other person. If this was them, somebody here moved on, they let go. I see here that, texting, it says, I check my phone constantly to see if you have texted me. I love getting your messages. So I feel like, in the recent past, either you were waiting for this person to text you, or it could be that they were waiting for you to text them. And there, I feel like there was miscommunication, whether you weren't reaching out to them or they weren't really reaching out to you to try. Okay. But I feel like, it's mutual, really. I mean, look at that. Again, it's like you're getting so many of these energies of mutual energy, love, okay, soulmate union, soulmate connection. Of course, it could be a friend or a family member or anyone else, but you're getting all these kinds of, twin flame connection, masculine and feminine energy. I feel like both of you guys wanted more from the situation. It's like this person may have had their own kind of expectations of you, and you had your own expectations of them. And it's kind of like, you guys were clashing. It wasn't really working. There was some kind of disagreement. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see your present energies, and let me know in the comments below how this reading resonates for you and what's going on. So right now you have the Knight of Cups, the Death, and the Hermit. Yeah, so something here is coming to an end. Either you're putting this to an end, it's ended, that's it, it's over. For others of you guys, this is about to transform right now. A lot of times, death, doesn't necessarily always represent an ending, but it represents more so of a change, like a big change that ends up, kind of like feeling like an ending. Okay. So I see here that right now, somebody here wants to come in to communicate how they feel, whether you towards somebody or somebody here towards you. If this is you, it's kind of like, either you wanting to show how you really feel, finally being open, being vulnerable. For others of you guys, it could be an apology. But I feel that somebody here is coming in to show some kind of an emotion. This person does have romantic feelings for you. They do want to offer you that cup. It could be a cup of an opportunity, a cup of love, that kind of deal. And I feel like this is going to create a lot of changes. Okay. I feel like also this kind of situation is kind of putting you in a place in your life where you're kind of really isolating yourself to think things through in a different kind of way. I'm sensing that this time it's a little bit different for you because the Hermit is showing up. When the Hermit shows up, there's growth. There's a potential for maturity. There's a potential for you to finally discover the missing piece of the puzzle. It's almost as if you've been trying to find out what's missing here. What is missing for me? What is missing in the situation? And finally, this ending is actually leading you towards figuring out what is the missing puzzle piece in the situation. Okay. Now I'm also seeing here left on red. I'm not sure how to respond to your messages at times, so I go quiet. So if this is, you doing this, you might be wanting isolation. You might not be ready to communicate. You might not be ready to, answer somebody back, and you're leaving somebody on red. If this is somebody here towards you, then, this person is leaving you on red because it's not that they don't want to answer you, or it's not that you don't want to answer them. It's just that whoever this person is, they're not sure how to respond right now because they're trying to find out that missing piece, right? It's like, okay, I can't really give you an answer yet until I figure out what I want, what I don't want, why this is happening, etc. Right? So again, I'm not sure how to respond to your messages at times, so I go quiet. Okay. Now, in your near future, You have here the Two of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So yeah, in the near future, you're going to be guided, okay, towards making some kind of a big decision about your future. It's not a decision that is pertaining to your now current circumstances. It's going to be something here that you're really going to have to think it through. You're going to have to really, be patient and plan for this decision, because it's a big decision that can literally change, the rest of your life forever. It can, your life can completely dramatically change based on this one decision that you're going to make in the near future. Now, I'm also seeing here that, there's some kind of deceit in the near future, some kind of lies. And for some of you, this is you, ask yourself in the near future, are you lying to yourself about something? Are you being honest with yourself about a situation? Okay. Or are you, kind of like trying to just save face and not show how you really feel? And I'm seeing here that there is true love. In the near future, there is true love. There is real love, but there is still some kind of sneaky behavior, deceitful energy. Somebody here not really, making a decision based on, the full truth. Okay. And I see here that, if this is some kind of, decision that you have to make pertaining to another person, which usually it is, or to some other situation outside of you, then I'm sensing here that there could be some kind of a misunderstanding in the near future, because it's kind of like, you have your idea of what you want, of perfection. This person has their idea of what, they want. And if you explain to them, okay, you know what, this is how it goes. It's kind of something between the right and wrong, right? It's like, this is what's right, this is what's wrong, right? And that's your idea of right and wrong. But to that person in the near future, you're gonna, find that they're kind of like not in agreement with you. Like, you know what? No, I think that this is right, and I think that this is wrong. So there could be some sense of, okay, well, can I trust this situation? Can I trust this person? Okay. Can you trust yourself? Are you being honest with yourself about something? But I see here daydreaming. You are always on my mind, even when I try to forget you. I'm seeing here that, you can't stop thinking about that person. They cannot stop thinking about you. And a decision here that needs to be made in the near future, it's some kind of a decision having to do with where you want to be in life, right? Where you want this to go, okay, in life, whether it's a career, whether it's your finances, whether it's a relationship, whatever it is, maybe everything, okay? It's something here that you really need to think it through. Okay, plan ahead for the future. Now, in your opportunity, you also have here the King of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, part of your opportunity has to do with you feeling independent, you feeling abundant. For some of you guys, you are going to choose yourself. You're going to choose to work on yourself, work on your career. Okay, you're going to choose to perhaps go out with friends, that kind of thing. If this is career related, you could for sure get some kind of an opportunity through networking, right? With like people that know what you do. I'm sensing here that there's going to be a huge opportunity for you with regards to a talent that you haven't really practiced or you haven't really paid attention to. And it's some kind of a talent that you left behind, but this talent, I feel that it's going to be able to help you grow in some kind of way, because I see financial stability for you, right? The King of Pentacles. I see also the Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of abundance, you enjoying the fruits of your labor, celebration, that kind of deal. Now, in your opportunity, chasing, regretting their past actions. Why is this coming out twice? Regretting their past actions and realizing that letting them go was a huge mistake. So somebody here, again, is going to regret their past actions if they don't act now, right? Again, that's what I'm saying. You have to really think it through. The Hermit. This is something here that you have to do right now. This is in your present energy in order for you to make the right and the best decision in the near future, right? Because you don't want to, just make a decision based on fear, rather than because you're scared of being vulnerable, right? And so here it says regretting their past actions and realizing that letting them go was a huge mistake, chasing, right? So, it could be somebody chasing you chasing somebody, because somebody here put in some kind of work or effort, or, you know, worked it out, or whatever the case may be. But now let's go and jump into your yes and no question. Okay, so ask a question. You'll be receiving a yes or no answer to that question before we jump into the extended. Is this a yes or no? Ready? All right, drum roll. And you have here, ooh, look at that. That is a definite yes. So this is, you know, you birthing something, okay? Either you're birthing an idea into motion, you're finally putting in work and effort into that idea that you've had that maybe, you know, you didn't believe in, or whatever the case may be, or birthing, you know, it could be a relationship, you know, being more nurturing towards it, because the Empress here, this could be also Libra energy and or Taurus energy. The Empress energy is all about learning how to attract things, people, situations through the energy of receiving. Okay, learning how to receive love, learning how to receive money, learning how to receive attention. Okay, and instead of always working so hard for it. For others of you, you could be meeting, or you could be dealing with a person here who is like an Empress to you. This person represents, you know, an energy who is very nurturing, who's very feminine. This individual person can be very understanding. It's a very feminine energy. Okay, so that is the Empress for you, and that is a definite yes. Now let's jump right into the extended. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how this entire situation is all going to develop and turn out for you. And we're going to go ahead and get a final message from source. Okay, so that final message will tie everything up for you. If you want to watch a link to the extended, you can watch that link to the extended down in the description box below. You will find that link. For any personal readings, also you can find the link to my personal readings down in the description box below. And check out all of your monthly readings, your mid-monthly readings, all of your last week's readings, blessings readings, love readings. You can find all of those links to your sign down in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Take very good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye. And right now, all of my personal readings are $20 off using the special discount code GOODLUCK20. You can check the personal reading link down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.